What do all of these products and services have in common? All of these products have been found guilty of an ethical violation related to technical and professional communication, ranging from copyright infringement, patent infringement, false advertising, or trademark infringement. This chapter covers some ethical concerns you would expect to find in addressing ethics and technical communication. After watching the online lecture and reading this chapter, you will be able to accomplish these learning objectives. The first guideline is that ethics and laws are not the same. What is ethical may not be legal and vice versa. Employees need to know that laws govern their industries. Many laws can affect workplace writing and protect the writer. Liability laws protect individuals from defective products, accidents, or inappropriate actions by individuals or companies. I'm now going to show you a video on a liability lawsuit with Cottonelle Fresh Care wipes as well as other products.
Will a new federal lawsuit flush the $6 billion a year pre-moistened wipe industry down the toilet? A class action complaint contends that flushable wipes from the companies Kimberly-Clark and Costco are backing up toilets and breaking the law. The suit was brought by a Brooklyn dentist who said he spent $600 on plumbers to clear up his backed up pipes after using the products, and that the damage caused to the entire class exceeds $5 million. According to the complaint, the companies that make the wipes are violating New Jersey's Consumer Fraud Act and New York's Deceptive Products Act. The case may just come down to the definition of the word flushable. The Kimberly-Clark Corporation says that their products meet or exceed all industry guidelines, but there are no legally enforceable requirements for flushability. Federal and local legislators have been slow to adopt a legal definition. A New York City Department of Environmental Protection official says the annual damage to their equipment begins at $18 million per year, and the increase in clogs seems to correlate directly with the increase in sales of flushable wipes. However, the problem may be worse across the pond. Last summer, a 15-ton blob of cooking grease and wet wipes the size of a city bus clogged up part of London's sewer system, earning the nickname Fatberg.
Now, what is a concern is how the community will be perhaps refunded for this situation, and how Cottonelle will handle the communication and explaining its responsibility for the product as well as that of the individuals who purchased the product, and just who is responsible for this problem. And we'll be following it in the media to see how they communicate about it, since that is a form of technical and professional communication. Knowledge of copyright laws is very important for workplace writers. Copyright laws give authors, composers, or publishers the legal right to publish, reproduce, license, or distribute the work. If you want to use the music, written work, film, graphic art, or software owned by someone else, you must have permission from the owner of the work. A potential copyright infringement case occurred in May 2013 when Eminem's music publisher sued Facebook and its ad agency for copying a song and using it for an ad unveiled at the Facebook home launch event in April 2013. The 30-second ad, dubbed Airplane, was featured in a webcast by Facebook chief Mark Zuckerberg to announce Facebook Home, an interface for Android phones. Some viewers at that time noticed similarity between the ad's music and Eminem's song. Shortly after, Facebook tweaked the ad to include different music before posting it on YouTube and releasing it on TV. Eminem's song publisher, 8 Mile Style, is seeking $150,000 per copyright infringement, and a hearing occurred on August 5, 2013 on this copyright infringement lawsuit, but no verdict was ever delivered. Now I'm going to share with you that final Facebook home ad that has been shown online as well as TV commercials.
Hey, what's up, man?
Chocolate cake. Sir, I need you to put that away now.
Okay.
Welcome to Facebook Home, a whole new experience for your phone.
Patent laws are similar to copyright laws. Patent laws protect inventors or creators from others producing, using, or selling the inventor's products or ideas in the United States. Patent laws only affect businesses and workplace writers, but also consumers. Over the last 3 years, the two largest smartphone companies, Apple and Samsung, filed over 40 patent lawsuits against each other. In August 2014, the two companies have signed a pact that ends all patent lawsuits outside of the United States. The lawsuits will end in countries including Britain, France, Spain, Germany, Italy, South Korea, Japan, Australia, and the Netherlands. However, Apple and Samsung will continue their legal battles in the U.S. courts. Apple's lawsuits against Samsung in the United States have been largely in its favor. A jury in California awarded Apple with $119 million out of a $2.2 billion lawsuit against Samsung 3 months ago. Another ruling in a separate case ordered Samsung to pay about $1 billion in 2012. The win for Apple could mean higher prices for cool features, different choices in mobile devices, and devices that work in less familiar ways. Apple's rivals in smartphones and tablets and Google might need to develop new phone designs. Trademarks and service marks can include letters or words, logos, pictures, slogans, a product shape, or sound marks such as the ones on these slides. A recent example of trademark infringement occurred when Facebook settled a lawsuit with Timelines Inc., a website operator. The website Timelines has a U.S. trademark on the use of the word timelines for user-created internet chronologies. While Facebook converted its user profile pages, previously known as walls, to individual chronologies called timelines in 2011. Facebook will continue to use the timeline name, but the terms of the settlement were not shared with the public. Another example is this news story that explains how Tiffany Company is suing Costco for trademark infringement.
So many of us head out to those big box discounters looking for a good deal, but this one might be turning sour. It was last night here we showed you those two rings side by side, one a real Tiffany ring, the other one sold at Costco's with Tiffany in the title. Tonight, Tiffany's is not happy, taking Costco to court, but do they have a case? Here's ABC's Tanya Rivero.
It's the little blue box versus the big box retailer. Tiffany & Co. has slapped Costco with a lawsuit saying these pictures show Tiffany knockoffs inside a California Costco.
Tiffany sent someone in, bought one of the rings, and they were not made by Tiffany. They are not Tiffany rings. They had nothing to do with Tiffany.
Being sold at a fraction of what real Tiffany rings cost.
Everybody would love a deal on a Tiffany ring, and unfortunately, it just doesn't happen. Tiffany diamonds are never on sale.
The diamonds on the Costco rings are real, even good quality, but Tiffany says they are not Tiffany diamonds and alleges Costco had been calling them that for years.
Hundreds, maybe thousands of engagement rings were sold using the Tiffany trademark.
A rep for Costco told ABC News, "We will be making no comment on this story as it involves pending litigation." Court papers say an unnamed Costco shopper went straight to Tiffany and blew the whistle.
She was actually offended by the fact that Tiffany would be selling their engagement rings in Costco.
Shoppers outside Tiffany's flagship Fifth Avenue store sided with Tiffany's.
You think you're buying into a brand and then you find out it's a rip-off.
No way around it. That little blue box will cost you, and there's only one place to get it. Costco has since removed any mention of the name Tiffany from its rings, but Tiffany still wants Costco to pay up 3 times what they made off those rings, and the company wants Costco to contact each customer personally, David, to tell them they do not own a Tiffany.
Now, the second ethical guideline is to be honest. As a workplace writer, you could be accused of saying or printing false or inaccurate information, whether or not you knew the information was false. Protect yourself by getting information in writing from authorities. I'm now going to share with you several examples of false information in the marketing or packaging of everyday household items we might have used to consumers. Airborne had to agree to pay $30 million in settlements over false advertising claims that its tablets could prevent or reduce the risk of colds, reduce the severity or duration of a cold, and protect against colds in crowded places such as airplanes, offices, or schools. The last ethical guideline is respecting confidentiality. Employees can have access to information that should be discussed or communicated in certain ways. Inappropriate communication of information could cost a company contracts, money, jobs, or its reputation. Seek documented permission to release information. This includes sharing of emails. You should ask permission from the author of the email before you share it with someone else, especially if that person was not included on the to list, the blind carbon copy, or the carbon copied list. There may be a reason why that individual was not included in that correspondence. And to avoid either intentionally or intentionally obscuring or misrepresenting information, you should avoid abstract language, jargon, and various ways to present information. Abstract language cannot be confirmed by sensory perceptions. Your readers should understand words through seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, or touching. Additionally, jargon can prevent a reader from understanding a document. Avoid using specialized terms, acronyms, or abbreviations with an audience unfamiliar with those words. If you must use those words, be sure that you define them in the text or include an annotated glossary to help your readers. Obscure words make sentences difficult to understand. What a writer emphasizes or suppresses can determine a reader's reaction. Make sure that you give your audiences all of the information necessary for them to make informed decisions about products, services, ideas, or policies. Plagiarism amounts to presenting others' work without acknowledgement. Avoid plagiarism by identifying the sources that inform your documents. And lastly, avoid inaccurate information by double-checking all information provided by others. One of the biggest problems with the internet is that anyone can publish anything on the internet, true or false. Understand that, as workplace writers, you must recognize that forwarding false or inaccurate information through email is as unethical as originating it.